I was a pastor for over 20 years, and I have in the last 15 years worked closely with some of the leading pastors across North America and around the world. And I can tell you in the United States and in Canada, when I've talked to pastors in the last 10 years, this issue has been of great concern to them because it's entered into their churches, because prescription drugs are there among their congregations, their families, and kids are experimenting with them. And it is horrific what they're telling me is happening. I am the father of two children in their mid-20s now, two adult kids. And I can remember a decade ago some of the issues that they were facing among friends that they were having in the Christian high school where they were going. This is everywhere. And we have to do something proactively to raise the issue before God's people and the general public and respond positively and inform people as to what's going on so that we can offer some solutions with the love of God in mind. Parenting is tough right now, and this is a story we're about to show you, this segment, about a wife by the name of Sharon and her husband Mike. They went through a terrible nightmare in their family. They received the sobering news that their child was in a coma and that that child would die soon. It all started with prescription drugs. We asked Sharon how Aaron, their son's drug use, began.
The very first supplier that Aaron had for prescription drugs was a father who helped out on the coaching team at Poway High School. He would use multiple different types of pills, and mostly the Xanax, Vicodin, somas. He finally came to us and said, I have a drug issue. I really need help. There was no response, but his cell phone ringing alerted the mom. She saw him on the couch, blue and non-responsive. She punched on his chest. She went to the freezer and took ice out and threw it on him. At this point, Aaron's not breathing, and the father and son, dragging him to the car, brought him to the emergency room. They called our cell phone and told us that Aaron wasn't breathing and that we needed to get to the hospital. When we arrived at the hospital, the doctor was very confused and had no idea why Aaron was lifeless. And my husband started screaming, "It's drugs, it's drugs, it's drugs." Aaron suffered a heart attack and 2 strokes, front and back, both sides of his brain. That's what opioids do.
Grab over, hold the side.
He was blind when he first came out of the coma. It took him about 7 months, and then he could see. Do you want some more? Closest condition that would describe Aaron's challenges today is cerebral palsy. He has no voice like you and I, although his very powerful voice, but he uses his hands and his fingers, 1 for yes and 2 for no, to answer questions. He has always taken responsibility for his choices. He's never tried to blame anyone else. And I think, he does understand what's going on. And so he knows that, he made this choice and this is his path. He needs 24-hour care. We care for him at home. Aaron continues to improve. We're very blessed. Many of our friends and far too many have buried their children because of the epidemic of prescription drugs.
Aaron survived for many reasons, maybe to tell his story, maybe to help other people, maybe to help Sharon and I deal with what happened.
Go. Just go.
Trigger that. I mean, every day, doesn't go by that I, cry inside and outside for Aaron and his loss of his future. We're very frustrated or sad for him, but that, every day we are blessed and honored to have Aaron in the condition he's in and be able to just help him on a daily basis have the best day possible.
You're watching segments of a brand new documentary that we have produced here at Crossroads on painkillers, that we are tracking this epidemic of prescription drug use or abuse. And I hope it's helping you understand the degree, the gravity of what's taking place in our land today among young people as they are having availability of prescription drugs right there in their own family and using them and abusing them and causing them great harm. I look at those video clips from the documentary and I see these parents going through the hellish nightmare of seeing their son in that kind of condition, and then the aftermath of care that they're having to give. That's with them for the rest of their lives. And I'm so grateful for them and others that have participated in this documentary to tell their story so that it would be a warning to others not to go down that same path, so that they would experience or could experience the same thing that this precious family is experiencing with the son and the damage that has been caused in his life and in their families' lives.